Hello everyone. In continuation to our Autocad series on 3D basics, we will understand the extrude command. When you open the Autocad, you will find this interface. From here, you can select if you want to work in the metric system, you select this template, or if you fit in inches, you can select ACAD DWT. If you don't find, then select browse templates, and here you can select ACAD IS here and open. So this is our interface, AutoCAD user interface. First, for 3D modeling, in the top you will find a quick access toolbar. This rectangular box is known as the workspace. First, for 3D environment, you will have to change the workspace. If you want to work in 2D, then you will find the 2D commands. If you 3D basics, this is the basic commands of 3D, but I will select 3D modeling. So all commands are 3D modeling, 3D. So first, these are the modeling, mesh, solid editing, and the 2D commands are shifted towards right side. Okay, you can also change from the bottom also. These are the toggle buttons in the bottom. There is a gear icon here. You can change here 3D basics, this one, drafting annotation. You can also change it, but I am changing 3D modeling here, this gear icon. If you don't find here, then you go in the right hand corner, customization, and there is a workspace switching. This one, this is prepare. You want to appear, you want to make it appear, this one, workspace space switching. Okay, this one. Now, this is our 3D environment. Our commands are all the 3D commands and plus 2D commands. This is the 3D modeling. Okay, first you are seeing here is the X and Y axis are visible. Okay, in order to see the third axis, that is the Z axis, we will go in the view section here. View section, you will go here and go from here, this one unsaved view here. Yeah, click here and select this one, SC isometric. There are the different views here. Later on, we will understand also this one. Okay, SC isometric. In this view, we can easily understand, visualize the UCS icon. This one. You want to shift. I want to shift it right so that it could not disturb our working. So for that, UCS icon, enter, and no origin. Now it will come here. Now it will not come. This one. Press middle mouse button, drag the mouse. You can pan the drawing. Okay. Scroll middle mouse button towards monitor side. It will zoom. Towards viewer side. This one. This one. Zoom extend. This one. Now this is our 3D environment. We have come in the 3D environment. We will understand in the modeling section. Box command, we in the previous exercise I have explained. Now I will explain only the extrude command with all the options. Okay, for extrude command, first you will have to make a 2D geometry. 2D geometry, that should, condition for that is that it should be closed. It should be closed and polyline or single object. For example, I take a line. This grid is on. This is our working plane. It means you are seeing X and Y axis here. It means this is our working plane is XY. Whatever we will draw, this one on this plane we will draw. And Z is the thickness, extrude direction. You can go up and down. Okay. Now, ortho on. Click anywhere. This one. Suppose this line is 400, for example. 400, this dimension is along x-axis. Enter. This along y-axis. Suppose this is 250. Enter. Enter. Now go this direction. Drag this point. This one, click and join it. Here, enter. Now I have made this figure, geometry. If you select, these are individual objects. you will see this one. So for extrude, first condition is that geometry should be close, no open. There should not be any gap between the lines, individual lines. Okay. Now you are seeing these are the open individual lines here. So if I extrude, I am copying this one. Copy, enter, base point and this ortho of this one. I have made two figures. Escape. Both are these are single objects in both the cases. Okay, here also. So first I will extrude this one. What will happen? You will see extrude command, extrude command, extrude command. Select all the objects. This one, enter. Now you will see if you move up and down, you can give the thickness, height. Height you can suppose 70 mm height. Now in order to change the solid look, you change here this one. You can change different visual styles here. Shaded this one. Now you see this is a surface model actually. Okay. Now what you will see, in order to convert the 3D solid, you will have to change this geometry into a single object or polyline. How you will change? Modify, join command, select this all, enter. Now it is single objects, this one, all are selected. Now it is polyline or single object, this one. Okay. Now extrude, again go in the extrude, select this object, enter. Now it is solid. Give the height, suppose 70 mm, and enter this one. Okay, here you can change the visual, different visual style. Later on we will understand shaded with edges. Normally we select this shaded with edges. Okay, this. Now we have seen the two cases. Okay, suppose this rectangle I am taking. I am drawing. You have to note this you have to see this UCS icon. This is for working plane XY, SC isometric and world. Okay. Suppose I take along x-axis 300, tab key 250, enter. Okay. Now this is a single object. For extrude, condition is that our geometry should be closed, must be closed and polyline or single object, this one. Now in this case you can extrude surface as well as solid object. How? Extrude. Now select the mode. In this case, if you want to convert into solid object or surface, both you can do. This option, system provides this option, mode, click outside. Suppose you want to create surface, this one, select, enter. Now this is surface. Okay, if I undo it, now extrude, mode, out. If you want to, you make solid, this one, enter, this one, height you can give, up and down, you can both in this way. You can give the height here. Okay, this is the thing. I'm deleting this one. Now we will understand there are the different options of this one. So you in this suppose you want to work on this face. You are seeing this view cube. This is the right plane here, right surface. You see, this is the. If you want to work on this face, that is the front, this one. So for that, and top face here, you can work on different. If you want to work on this face, right, you have to select the right reduce face. Okay. If you want to work on this face, you have to select from here coordinate section, that is the front. Okay. Or if you want to work on the top face, you have to select world or top. You please note this thing. Okay. So first we make uh, another drawing here, geometry. This, click anywhere. Suppose direct dimension along x-axis, 300, enter, tab, delete this, select 300, tab key, 250, enter. This is our geometry. Okay, this is a single object. This is polyline. Okay, now if I extrude it, I want to extrude. You will select this line, this one, enter. Now you will find there different options: direction, path, taper angle, this one. First I select the taper angle, for example, this taper angle. Now you give the taper angle. Suppose I want to give taper angle positive 15, enter. Now you will see the taper angle comes, extrusion will take place inside this one. If I give the positive angle, you will see, and give the height, suitable height, suppose 70, this, enter. Now in this way you can use if you take the view here, from here, top view, you will see this angle extrusion, this angle is 15 degree from the sides. All in this way you use the taper angle. Okay, now again change this one, SC isometry. In this view, actually what happens in this view, in this view actually UCS, we can visualize properly UCS icon in this view, SC isometric, and this one. Okay, this one. Now suppose now another is the, I make another drawing, this one, this 300, tab, 200, enter. This is single object. I have made another object. Okay, now we will understand another option, extrude, select this one, this one. Now they are the different direction and path. We will understand these two options. In the direction and path, I am escaping. So if I reference lines for the path, if I draw, that must be perpendicular to this plane. Actually I have drawn this sketch on the XY plane. So the reference line for the direction must be perpendicular to this plane. For this I will have to change here the plane, this one. Go in this coordinate section, word and right. This is the right plane. You can select right or front. Okay, I am selecting, for example, right. Now you will see our plane, XY plane, is vertical and the Z direction is horizontal. Okay, so first I make a path here, for example, this, orthon, this, enter. Arbitrary I have made a path here. Fillet, radius 50, enter, select this line and this line. Okay, this one. This is path. So this path actually I have drawn on XY plane, this vertical plane, or this object I have made on the horizontal. So first I move it here. But condition for this, now you are seeing this is a single object here, this one. So I will have to make first, this is a single object. These are individual objects you are seeing, this one. For extrude, condition is that path must be single line, single object. How you can make it? Modify this one, select this or select all, enter. Now it is single object, this one, complete. Okay, now I move it, select, enter, base point, shift here or here, anywhere, shift. This one. Now extrude. Now this path is perpendicular to this subject. Okay. The condition for the path must be perpendicular to this plane. Okay. Now this, enter. Now path option. This path option. Command line. Path option. This one. Now in this way you can. Okay. In this way you can make path option. Now another option is direction. Again I will try this one. No. First I will change this plane, XY plane. Here you can, for the top plane, for the horizontal, if I want to change XY on the in the horizontal, so I will select top or what? This one. Now this XY is horizontal, axis is Z axis is vertical. That is the extrusion direction. Okay, I create a sketch here. 300, tab, 200, enter. This is me. Okay. Now we will understand another option. First I make a line here. So our line, our reference line for direction, we will understand now the direction option. So direction reference line must be perpendicular to this. If I make the direction on XY plane, so extrusion will not take place. So for this, I will have to first change this. Right? Now XY plane is vertical, Z axis is horizontal. Okay. Now this, click ortho off. You give any length, suppose 200. Tab key, angle suppose 50 degree angle, this one. Enter, out of the command. Now move this, enter, base point, click here, this one. Now this line actually is on vertical plane. Okay. This I make on horizontal plane, top plane, and this is on vertical plane. Now extrude, select this object, enter. Now direction, this and these 2 points. In this way direction, use direction option. Okay. Suppose I delete this, all deletes. I delete. I make another object. First I am changing the plane, UCS. This world or top. This one. Now our working plane is XY. Thickness direction is Z axis, upside. This, suppose 400, tab key, 300, enter. This is, now I make a extrusion, this one. This, select, and height is suppose 70 mm, enter. Okay, this is made. Now if you want to work on this face, so you will have to select right plane, because you are seeing here the view cube. This at this time, this side is right hand side. Right hand we are seeing towards, from here is the right hand on plane. Or from here, if you want to work on this one, you have to select front view, front UCS from here, right. If you want to work on this face, you will have to select right UCS. You can work on the parallel to this one, parallel to this face and this one. Okay. And if you want to work on this face, then you will have to select front. Okay. So if you want to work on this top face, then you have to select word or top, this one. Okay. So suppose you want to make any sketch on this face. So I will have to change the UCS, this right. Right now our working plane is XY, that is vertical, and Z axis is horizontal. Okay. Now Now XY, our working plane XY plane is aligned with this face. Suppose I make a circle here, drag this point, middle point, and this one. Now if you want to extrude it, extrude, select this, enter, and this one. In this way you can. Okay. Suppose you want to work on this face, this one. So you will have to change the front UCS, this one. Now our working plane is XY, which is aligned with this one. If you uncheck this grid, this one. Now you can work on this face. How this, and select this midpoint. No, don't click, track it. This one. Now extrude, click, enter, this one. If you go outside, that it will extrusion will take place. And if you go inside, no, undo, extrude, select, enter, and this one. Extrusion take place. You can give the dimension also. Where this one. Suppose you want to work on this face, top face. So you will have to change the word or top. Okay, word. Now, if suppose I want to make a sketch here, arbitrary sketch I make it. Isometric, this one. This is our original view, original orientation here. Suppose I make a sketch here. Now I am on the working plane XY. This, track it, this one. Now extrude, select this one, enter, and this. In this way you can extrude the system. Now one more I will make. This one, this one, extrude. This geometry must be closed and polyline or single object. You will see this is the single line. Enter, and I give the height. Suppose 100. Enter. This is okay. And suppose I select this object. You will find that some grips are coming, arrows, and this one. If you click this one, you can ortho on. You can edit this. If you click here and this one, edit the things. This arrow, you can increase the height also. In this way you can edit the object model. Okay, escape. Suppose I click here. Or this. This one. You can also provide the taper also. If you select this body, this arrow, this one, and this, you can provide this one, this way. Taper also provide this one. Okay, by gripping you can provide. Now, in order, actually, with the help of these UCS, we can on vertical planes, different surfaces. Okay, I have explained all from this one. But if you want to work on this inclined face, then you cannot use this planes, top, right, front. Okay, if you want to work on this face, for example, inclined face, what will you do? Then you will have to select the another option, that is the face option. This one, face option, this one, and select this face, this one, and accept. Now word, again I am checking this one, isometric, this one, this is the original condition. Suppose I want to work on this face. Okay, this. So first, this face option, coordinate section, select this one and accept. Now our UCS is aligned with this face, this inclined face. Okay. Now grid off. If suppose you want to make sketch here, undo. Undo. Solid. Drag. Drag. Okay. I make another sketch here. Grid on. First I change the view, word, SC isometric, this one, now this one, and this is 2D of a diaphragm, and this one, and this arbitrary I am making sketch here. Okay, for extrude condition is that it should be, must be closed and polyline. You see, this is single object. Okay, extrude, select this one, enter. Now taper angle. Suppose taper angle I am giving 20, enter, and give height. Suppose height is 75, enter. This one. To change the visual style, here you can change. There are different visual style here. Suppose this, mostly we use this one. Now, with the here, you can work on the vertical faces only. This plane, by using these UCS, you can work on the vertical planes only, vertical surfaces. But this is inclined face. How you can work? For this, you will have to change this face option and this. Select this one. Accept. This one. Now our UCS is aligned with XY plane, is aligned with this face, inclined face. So you can make the sketch here. This one. Extrude. This one. Enter, and this. Give the dimension also. You can also give, suppose for example 100 mm, enter. In this way you can. Okay, but one thing you are saying, if you select this one, this is an individual object, these are the separate object. If you move, suppose you want to move this, enter, this, and base point, this one you can move, but I am not moving. So in order to make a single object, what you will do? In solid editing, there is a command. This is the solid unions. Select this command, select this one, enter. Now if you select, all are single object. When you select the object, now it is single object, this one. If you want to move it, grip this arrow. This you can move here. Arrow, move arrow, this one. If you want to move up and down, you can also move from. Okay. This one, undo. In this way you can move. Okay. Suppose you want to give with the help of this one in the view section. Here you can give the different visual styles. Conceptual. It showed the light. Some lights comes in the model, and this is hidden. No hidden lights comes. This one realistic actual color. This one shaded. This one shaded with edges. this one shaded of gray, this one sketchy, and this wireframe. This is the 3D wireframe. Actually, in 3D wireframe, that this UCS icon in thick. Okay, if I change it, word, and here is isometric. This one. This comes in the original orientation. Okay, and one X-ray. X-ray means it shows the transparent like glass. Okay, this is the visual. You can change from here the visual step, and from here you can change the different views: top view, front view, this one, right view. This one you can change. Okay, and also there are the 4 isometric: SW, SC, and this one. Suppose this one. SC isometric. Most of the time we use SC isometric. You can also change from here views there, and also change the visual style from here also. They are different: 2D wireframe, conceptual, and this one. Okay, in this way you can. Suppose you want to change the color of this object. How you can change it? Double click it, and this small window comes. Selected and yellow. This one escape. Okay. Now, if you want to give any surface color, not whole object, how? In the solid editing, here you go in the color faces. Color faces, this, select particulars, enter, and this one. Okay. Now the command is still active. Again, color, suppose you want to give top, this one, this face. Enter, this color. Okay. Command is still active. Again, color, suppose I want to give this color, this, enter, this one, okay, and exit and exit. In this way you can give the color also. Okay. So I hope for the condition for the extrude, you please note one thing: your geometry must be closed, and there should be no gap, and it should be polyline, and it means single object. I hope you would have enjoyed in my this tutorial. Please like, share, and subscribe my this channel. Thank you very much.